Well, that was a crazy intro. Hey everyone, this is ZavAdven with ZavAdven Adventures, and today I'm starting up a new series, and actually starting up the whole channel again. I've been working on getting a new computer together, got it together, so here we are. Anyways, so we're playing Rome Total War today, and it's been a while since I did a live commentary. It's been a very long while, so bear with me. Alrighty, let's do. Now, for this series here, I'm thinking of calling it Turn-Based Tuesday, maybe Turn-Based Thursday, depending on what day I want this to come out. Actually, it's been a long time since I played this game. Not that long, though. Now we'll do this. Yes. We'll do a short campaign. Alright, so for this one, my idea for this series is basically, these are going to be pretty long episodes, maybe pushing an hour, you know, and we just go through let's do the House of Julii because they were my favorite back in the day. Man, I played this game when I was like, gosh, 15 maybe? Like a lot. So 6 years ago? How old am I? Yeah, 6 years ago. Anyways, here's our backstory if you want to. That was if you want to read that, go ahead and pause it. So this game came out a while ago. I realized there is a new. I'll hush up now.
Gods. I hate Gauls. My grandfather hated them too. Even before they put out his eyes. Did you think I'd be out here on the frontier without good reason? Yes. Rome needs a strong frontier. No! Rome doesn't need unwashed barbarians at her gates. So, that's why I'm here. The leader of the Julii, to bring Roman order to stinking Gauls. Revenge? That'd be good too. This war against the Gauls won't last long. And when it's done, I've got plans. This is all about power. Power in Rome. Going down that road means dealing with all my rivals. The Senate, the Greeks, those Carthaginian elephant riders, the Scipii and the Brutii families too. After all, the man who controls Rome rules the world. And one day, I will be emperor.
Oh, ominous. Anyways, as I was saying, what was I saying? Oh yeah, there is Rome 2 Total War, but I've heard a little bit of mixed reviews. It almost lives up to this one. It doesn't quite live up to this one. I'm sure I'll get it at some point, probably here in the near future, and take a look at it and put it on the channel. But this is one of my favorite games of all time, so I figured, you know, let's do this one. Alright. Alright, that's good. I'm not gonna try and say that. Alright. Arrow keys move instead of WASD. Alright, let's take a look here.
At your service. Spying. Imperator!
So, for those of you who have never played any of the Total War games, this is a turn-based strategy game. It's not as involved as far as the social aspect goes as Civilization, but its combat is I like it a lot. I'm not gonna say it's better, but I like it better. It's more. It fits my style of play. Let's see. All right, these guys are happy, so we're gonna text them out the wazoo. Let's do Jupiter here. A bit of happiness. What do you have to say?
Manual construction can only take place when a governor is present.
Yeah, I know. Alright. We're just gonna do you as a high tax rate. We're gonna do Jupiter again. That's gonna be our overriding theme is Jupiter. And we'll put a trader in here.
Manual recruitment can only take place when a governor is...
Alright.
Imperator!
Right-click to move your army to any part of the...
Yeah. It's been a while, but I still remember how to move around the map. Alright, actually, I'm gonna move you
Onward!
here.
Build
Watchtower, so we can take a look, see what's going on over there.
Orders!
And I'm pretty sure I could just go ahead and attack with these guys, but let's let my spy do his thing. There's no rush. All right, and then we end turn. Take a look over. Oh, hey, it's Legal. Let's see. Expenditure. Oh. Well, at least corruption's not very high. Senate transactions, huh? Oh, at least those are built to boost some happiness. Oh, hey, that's cool.
Your Honor, watching, waiting.
Alright. Hold up for 3 turns. 40% chance they'll open the gates if you attack, but if you take a look here at the settlement, there's no wall. Therefore, there's no gates.
Sir!
Alright. Let's do this.
Prepare for battle. Besieging settlement, sir.
We'll keep playing it safe.
Settlement under siege, sir. Imperator.
And, hopefully... Listen, dude. Sure. Sure. Hey, they found the husband. Now, this is kind of important. Because, like, as your family grows, like, these dudes who are walking around, they're actually, like, supposedly family members. And so, if you have a... Over here on the side, occasionally they'll be like, oh, his son is born. Eventually he'll grow up to be one of these general dudes. And if it's a daughter, then she has a high chance, although sometimes they don't, high chance of getting married. Most people don't live past the age of 50 in this game. If I remember correctly. I could be completely wrong. But he's not too bad. 2 command, 2 management, 1 influence. Good attacker, good defender, drill master, bureaucrat. Been in wars. He's loyal to me. He's sharp and he's a confident commander. I mean, you know. Yeah. You can say no if he's a piece of crap. But I don't think I've ever said no. Because it comes to a point where you're just like, oh, I need more generals. Alright. I know those rebels are... Alright, that's what we're gonna
Orders.
do.
Attack.
Alright, let's take a look at end of turn report. Army upkeep. Alright, sweet. You're losing money though. Yeah. Whoa, autoclave. Where's my gun?
User entered your channel.
Oh. Still in TeamSpeak. Be with you in just a second, guys. And we're back in. Alrighty. Let's click on you.
Aye, Captain.
Alright, Captain. Let's go ahead and...
Prepare for battle.
Alright, so for naval battles on this one, you can't fight them out on the map. You have to auto-resolve them. And this is basically how much in their favor it is. It's slightly in theirs, but I'm going to do it anyways.
Disengage.
Man, he ran far. If you don't know this, if you hold down M on an army tab, you'll... Let's see here. Public order is pretty good. Income. Armed forces. And salaries. That's where our expenditures coming in. So you can see here income. Good administration. That'll increase it. Trade. That'll increase it. Taxes. And then farms. Poor harvest. Okay. So you can see like different things. Like if I build better farms, this will go up. And then yeah. So it's not quite as involved as Civ, but gets the job done. Oh, they followed me. Me boats. Alright.
Sir.
We're just gonna stay there. You know what?
Imperator, prepare for
Let's
battle.
have some fun with this. It's been so long since I've played this. We're gonna fight this out on the map. Maybe. There it goes.
Rebellious slaves may think of victory, but we should make them think kindly of their masters' whips. They are dead men walking. Some of us will soon lie dead. The rest will drink to their memory, but, as always, we Romans will fight with honor!
Now, sometimes he gives you a bit of advice in there. You know, like, oh, they have a lot of horses, and so let's stick to the trees. Ah. You know, stuff like that. It can be handy to listen to. There's a whole bunch of those speeches, so I've never heard that one before. Anyways, and so if the weather's bad, you can wait or you can still go. Ranged units, particularly, are affected by bad weather. Everybody's poorly affected by a blizzard. Stuff like that. Which could work to your advantage if you're a small, like, force on top of a hill. And then, you know, you might be like, oh, blizzard, they'll be super tired by the time they get to me, and I'll just hang out here. How do you rotate? I cannot remember how to rotate the camera. Well, let's... Oh. What? Oh, the side of the screen? That's... Alright. I guess it's not that weird. Boop. Boop. And then we can do... let's do it this way. Alright. Guess not. That's good. Let's do this. Now, I have it selected so I have unrestricted camera movement. Typically, you can only move, like if you don't have that set up that way, you can only move so far away from your general, but I like to be able to move around. See, so this is like the RTS portion. Actually, you know what we're gonna do?
Triarii! Move out! Move out!
Should have done this beforehand. There we go.
Forward!
And then if we
Orders completed.
should be able to group them together. Yep.
Group.
Alright. Now they'll stay like this. If I select this group here, they'll kind of stay in that formation, I believe. So let's go back to normal speed. And let's see what there is to see. Let's move up with these guys. Looks like they're all just hanging out in the town square, so we'll go ahead and yeah, that's good. How flanky do we want these guys to be? How about very flanky? These guys to run. Now, you can see here they're marching. They're also eager, and they're fresh. That's very good. And but if they get tired, they'll be less effective. If their morale breaks, they'll run away. So you have to keep that in mind when you're doing pretty much everything. And all right, let's just give a quick pause here. I'm not sure where they're going, or where they think they're going, but I'm not even sure if they can stand there, to be honest. But what's this? Oh, hey, the traders were they were building a trader. A D, not a T. All right, they're winded. Let's. There's really no rush to do these. It's all about patience. And even if you have them march for a long period of time, they'll like just walking and they'll get tired.
Remember, the goal here is to capture the settlement, not destroy it. Buildings destroyed on
the battlefield will be destroyed when you return to the campaign map, or something like that. These guys are in position. So basically you have to capture and hold the square for X amount of time. And it's should be pretty easy to do with these guys. Let's do this. Turn off skirmish mode. Let's do guard mode. Guard mode is important because if you tell someone to attack someone, that. All right. So say I tell these guys to attack here, which I'm gonna do. If they're not in guard mode, if these guys start to flee, they'll chase them to the end of the world until they run out of the battlefield, and that's just annoying. Sometimes you want them to run them down, other times you don't. Actually, just stop. Stop what you're doing. All right. Do this quick. Coolio. Stop shooting before I shoot my guys, and then
Attack quickly!
come on. See, they're not moving up because there's that one guy right there they want to get. And now that we are, should be able to move up. Run, you assholes! Come on, come on! There, see, these guys are breaking.
To feel the heart of the
And when
enemy
they break
general with fear.
on a siege, they
Now
typically
he
try and run back
flees
into the town
field
square.
like a coward.
And then they unbreak. But while they're fleeing like that, they don't fight. So, nope, not you guys. Shoot my dudes.
The enemy general is slain, and now his men fear us. It is time to press the attack.
It is possible to set allied arrows to rain fire and death.
And the fire arrows do get less kills, but they cause panic. So, again, they're pretty handy. Come on, get, man! I remember this. I remember this.
Cavalry causes extra casualties when first charging in.
Let's see.
It's such a victory.
If I hadn't,
the day is ours.
if I hadn't killed them all, then I would have to hold this center part for the till the timer ran out. So like, say they had dudes up here or whatnot, or like reinforcements came in, I could just hold this for that amount of time. Probably could have done that a little better, but hey, a win's a win, right? Well, actually, no. In this game, it's there's really bad wins that are basically a loss.
Victory!
Or like, it'll say you won, but the enemy killed because it'll say you won because you captured the place, but the enemy killed like 6 times as many dudes as you did, and like they might have lost everyone, but they only had 50 guys and you had several hundred and you barely got it. So there's wins and then there's wins. See, if you occupy the settlement, unhappiness goes up for a while, but it's like long-term happiness. Like, it's really kind of complicated. It doesn't
When you
explain it
capture
very well.
a settlement,
She
you
does.
can deal with your new conquest in 3 ways: occupation, enslavement, or extermination. Occupation puts the population to work for you straight away within the settlement. Enslavement sends half the people from this settlement to other governed settlements to live and work there. Extermination automatically kills 3/4 of the inhabitants.
And what she doesn't cover is the unhappiness. And so, like, this one here, I believe, this one here just, like, you don't really get any unhappiness and you get the most money. This one here kind of, like, spreads out unhappiness for a few turns to, like, all your other settlements. So it's, like, it's the same amount of unhappiness as this one gets, but it's not focused into one spot. But this is, like, has a long-term unhappiness, like, not automatically, but it can, because people over here in like the Senate will start bitching about enslaving people, like, and then over here it's just like they're unhappy for quite a while, but they get over it, and the long-term effects are pretty small. I typically just do this, but I'm gonna try and occupy these guys. Look, they're actually not super unhappy with me. And this mission was successful. They give me $5,000.
This scroll details your financial...
Yeah. Alright.
Attack! Victory!
See, you have the option of, when you get attacked, you have the option to retreat, which they did. Now, typically, it's not very good to do that because you don't go very far. Like, he made like 2 steps. And a lot of times you can just catch up to him. A smarter way to do it is if you're ridiculously outnumbered, don't retreat the first time. You go in here, you go to fight battle on map, and then you tell all your guys as soon as you start to just retreat, and like it'll count as a loss on your record. But if everyone retreats, hey, everyone retreats, no one died, and they run really, really far. See what other weathers we can get. No, it's very, very good climate here in Italy.
Deploy your skirmishers behind your lines, as the enemy have a lot of fast, light troops or cavalry that could catch them in the open.
I don't know what they have. The attackers deploy first. Doesn't really matter much with the AI, because the AI in this, it's good, particularly for like how old this game is. But they're kind of basic. Not as basic as like Age of Empires, but they typically just, anyway, they typically just throw them out there for the deployment stage. But what happens if you're doing multiplayer in this? The attacker would deploy first, and then defenders would deploy in response to them. Or if you get attacked, you'll see them. If you get attacked by AI, you'll see them. They want me to tire myself out before I get there.
When you outnumber the enemy greatly, you should surround them and
Yep. Well, we're just gonna walk. So they're right by the edge, so they're in a pretty good spot too. I mean, if they had more than butter knives. What was it saying? Oh, like if AI attacks me on the campaign map, then I would see them deployed, and I'll be able to deploy like the best way to counter the way they're deployed, unless they get ambushed, in which case my guys, each unit is in a single file line, rather skinny and not very well deployed at all, and then they're just set up all around me, and that's kind of a bitch. Are you horses? You are? We're gonna go over here. We're gonna speed this way. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put you here. Here. There we go. Let's see how dumb they are. All right. Now, if you hold down Alt, we can tell them to skip, because these guys here, what they'll do is they'll throw spears first. Unless you hold down Alt.
lower quality infantry are useful for engaging and holding the enemy in place while you go.
Actually, you know what? These guys will just do this too. Yeah, they're getting close to the edge. Okay. It's not so bad. They would let me just stand right behind them. And badunk. Now, these guys are peasants. These guys are literally the worst units in the game. I'm not worried about my heavy cavalry hanging out right there for a while. For
The
like
enemy
4
show
seconds.
their true
And
virtue. They are not
routing
soldiers, only
and
frightened rabbits running from our men.
this thing here. You want to continue the battle as often as you have time for, and try and kill as many of them as you can, because every guy that escapes has the potential to pop back up as an enemy army. So we're just gonna keep going and just watch them just get absolutely. Oh, look at them. Ah, it's horrible. The humanity. Oh, look at that one right there. Get him, guys. Get it. Get it. He's right in the middle of all of you.
Rome demands victory from her generals, and this day is clearly
we lost a
our
guy.
victory.
From this scroll, you can choose to view.
Oh, yeah, we can see our statistics.
This scroll contains a full statistical unit-by-unit.
Oh, and units have veterancy also, and veteran units are better. There's also a way to. I think there's a way to record a battle. Maybe that's only a custom battle though. Might not be a campaign battle, but there is a battle recorder in here somewhere, which is pretty cool. All right, now. Excuse me. Hiccups. Now, it's important to get enemies out of your territory sooner rather than later, because as they're there, they slowly, like he was sitting here, so this road, any trade that would come up and down it, he would just take and prevent my city from getting. They just damage crops. They just make people unhappy as well. Let's do a better road in that thing. Let's take a look at you. Jupiter, do a farm and a better road. And then we're going to give you
Imperator.
to this new guy.
Onward.
Yep. Now, you don't need big armies in most of your cities unless they're on the front. That's a mistake I used to make all the time. Your city only needs typically what exactly he's got here, some sort of management dude, and then a couple of town watchmen, just to keep civil order. Any more than that, you're just wasting money. I used to keep big armies in all my cities, and so much money was just going down the drain. Not too worried about it now because it's early on and I don't have any big armies, but in the future, something to keep in mind. Now, what I want to do is winter.
Forward.
Put you over here. We'll give some more construction options on it. Yeah, we'll give you some walls and a trader. And we'll give you a very high tax rate, even though it brings you lower. Just to get a little more money. Oh, I thought you guys were dead. Alright. Now they're dead. Take settlement. Where are you at? Oh. Alright. Recruitment. We're gonna need a couple boats anyways. And then we'll do just one more review. Pretty good turn there. Because Senate transactions. Trade. See, when I was younger, when I played this, I never really actually looked at this. I only looked at these numbers here. So I'm gonna try and keep track and see how, like, you know, how much farming brings in, how much trade brings in, stuff like that. We're making a lot of money.
Sir!
The strength of an army is shown on its banner.
Yeah, the more dark color is on a banner, the more soldiers are there. It's not necessarily the strength, it's more of just the numbers, which are a big factor, but you can have a really full army of crappy dudes and then go up against a small army of really good guys and get completely wiped out. I've done it before, on both sides of that. Plenty of time. Alright, invading force. Faction leader. You know what? Let's give this guy a chance to prove himself. Actually, how old is this guy? 49.
Sir!
Yeah.
Sir! Sir! Orders? Move out! No more moves, sir.
Oh. Happiness went down. Let's take a look at that. I forgot about that. It's still not critical, but... oh, because the civil unrest was, yeah. Culture penalty. That culture penalty dies down, so does the civil unrest after a while. Often, when you have a bunch of people in a city and they leave for a couple turns, even if it was like something you've had for a long time and it doesn't have any unrest, if you have a bunch of soldiers and they all leave, people are just unhappy because, you know, their family members left. And they're like, oh, and so that often goes down. However, this is a new city, so I probably should have taken that many dudes from it. But we'll keep an eye on it, see what happens. We're going to merge you guys together. That's what we're actually going to do. Actually, we're going to send you...
Splitting the troops!
There.
Forward! Out of move, sir! Orders!
And then we're going to put you,
Leaving the army!
for lack of a better place,
Sir! March! Moves depleted, sir!
two of you in there.
March! Sir! Onward!
So now if we take a look at it, see we have a lot less civil unrest, just because, you know, it's dying down. Culture penalties a little less. And then we have the garrison, which helps. So they know, like, oh shit, we better not start anything. Oh, that's recruitment. Back to very high. I'm gonna leave you at a, actually, let's grow you quickly. I'm making enough money. We'll put you at a normal rate. How about you? Yeah, you're still growing pretty good. High rate, yeah.
Orders! I, Captain. Imperator!
Oh, I didn't
At your service, looking for spies.
Imperator! Boarding!
Now, something important to know about boats. If the boat is carrying an army, and it gets attacked and that boat sinks, everyone on it dies. And that's why I'm going to wait an extra turn, just to be safe, because there was some pirates hanging out. And I don't want to leave with only 40, like, you know, it's not 40 boats. It's one boat with 40 sailors on it. Ah, look at that.
Prepare for battle!
There we son of a bastard. Alright, let's
Aye, aye, Captain.
head on
No
down.
more moves, sir.
Looks good. You're losing money. What's wrong? Why are you losing money? Oh, yeah. This place always gets messed up. I don't know if it's actually like... I'm assuming? Because Artetum is a real city. Rome's obviously a real city. Like, they're still there. At least I think it was Artetum. I think all these cities here are still in Italy. I mean, if anyone's in Italy and you're like, no! Such place is so not there anymore. I apologize. But I do remember actually looking up every single one of these places in this game on Google Maps at one point. And as far as I could tell, all of them are still, like, around. So. What the hell was I talking about? Oh, the devastation. It's probably... Hey, look. That's where, this guy came from. Man, he already looks old. No report about the, well, earthquakes happen here. That's what I was going to say. I don't know if earthquakes happen up here in real life, but this place here just always is getting messed up by floods or earthquakes or something. It's always something. Let's build some more boats. And do that. And then do that.
Aye, Captain. Aye, aye, Captain. All ashore. Prepare to ambush. Imperator.
Your Honor, leaving the troops, watching and waiting.
General.
Now, here's something we haven't seen before. Mercenaries. Expensive, but pretty handy. How many do we get? We get 80 soldiers. Can sap, phalanx. I don't think we'll need them, but you always want to get rid of mercenaries though as soon as you're done with them because their upkeep is ridiculous.
Engage the enemy. Besieging settlements, sir.
Yep. Oh, look, see, and they open the gates for us. Alrighty. Now, I could auto-resolve this, but, I mean, come on. Come on. Man, I miss this game. Let's see.
Carthage's
What
army
Total War
stands
games
in
have
the
I played?
field.
I've played Rome
They
Total
are not
War.
worth
I've
fearing.
played Shanghai Total
They
War
die
quite a
as
bit.
easily as other men. There is no shame in fear. There is only shame in letting fear rule you. Try not to look scared, and you'll find bravery in your heart.
So as long as we don't run, we'll win. That's what he's saying there. Anyways, so I played Shanghai Total War just a little bit, very little bit. Rome Total War, obviously. Medieval Total War, Medieval 2 Total War, Empire Total War. I think that's it. And this was by far my favorite. I have played Barbarian Invasion, which is a DLC for this, and I have it. Yeah, now, something to keep in mind. This is a, I believe this is a wooden palisade, which you can knock down without any siege equipment. Actually, you know what? This is a wooden wall. Never mind. Palisade is much ricketier looking, but we're gonna spread out a bit here. We're gonna not all pour into that one spot because that would not be good. So we're gonna have you guys. Oh, I have to. There we go. We're gonna have you guys. Really? Block there. Where the hell are you guys hiding? Oh, you guys can hide anywhere. That's fine. That symbol there means they're hidden. And it means that enemies can't see them unless they get really close. And it lets you set up ambushes in like the RTS mode. If they move, however, the enemy can see them, and so you often want them to deploy into a hiding place and then don't move them. But this is a siege; ain't nobody got time for that.
March! Move out! Move out! Forward!
All right. So you guys are over here. We're gonna just select you all and group you up real quick, just so I know who I've picked. Oop. The hell was I thinking? There we go. And then
Forward! Forward! Forward!
block.
March!
Actually, you know what? We're
Move
gonna
out!
put you guys up front.
March!
Now that phalanx kills just about everything that touches the front of it, so
Hastari!
they're going in first, along with the archers. Dang, I just realized what I did. I done did fudge up.
Forward!
Archers. And then we're going to group you guys. I want to take you guys. Put you back over here. Take you guys. We're going to leave the group. We're going to take you guys.
Forward! Move! 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 Move out! Forward!
There it is. Now, I can select these guys. If you're wondering, enter unselect
Your
people.
general
What's it say?
inspires troops by his presence. Keep him close behind his troop.
Yeah. You can just, like, you know, it's no problem. So, let's see, oh, enter also starts the battle, by the way, in case you didn't know that. I always forget that. So don't unselect people during the deployment phase. Alright, get in there. Group you guys unphalanx, because you can't run while you phalanx. Get your ass in there.
You have pressed the skirmish mode button for the first time.
The first time.
Great gods! Our soldiers have done well this day. The walls are taken.
I'll pause this real quick. Like, come on, asshole. There he goes.
Move out! Move! Hastari! Forward! March! Hastari! General!
And you guys are gonna walk. See, getting through the gate quickly is very important because it becomes super disorganized like that. And if, for example, while say a bunch of cavalry came in right now, they could just completely devastate these guys. Oh shit!
You have pressed the cancel.
Yeah.
These men have been trained to present a deadly wall of pikes to the enemy.
Almost got down in time. It fell for the bait though. Huh? You guys are getting shot at. Yeah, you should stop. Disengage like this. Don't know where the hell you're going. But that's it.
God!
Now we're at war with Carthage, and yeah. It's right up about an hour now. We'll see what happens after I cut this. I mean, probably gonna be about 45 minutes, but we'll see what happens. And so yeah. Thank you for watching. This has been ZavAdven with ZavAdven Adventures. And yeah, so this has been the first episode of Turn-Based Tuesday or Turn-Based Thursday, or maybe it'll be Turn-Based T-Day, which I doubt. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.